Hey everybody, it is the Dudes with Attitude podcast. I am your host, the good Dr. Legend, joined as always by esteemed council of wrestling boomers as we relive the glory era of professional wrestling, the WWF Attitude Era. Please say hi to my co-host, first of all, the magnificent Brett Evers.
The best there is, the best there was, and the best that there ever will. Pow!
Brett,
You
I
know
was
that's a
back.
good one.
Brett the
You know
Hitman,
that's a good one.
Brett the Hitman Haas over here.
Can't deny the gloriousness of that one.
And as always, the supreme submission machine, Angelo.
I will need you to translate what I'm saying. Raza, raza, da, ra, ra.
What?
The great Angelo said that curry is not only nutritious but delicious as well.
Oh my god. As if we couldn't get away from that nonsense from last week's mega debacle episode. I am still trying to forget that episode. I can't believe I don't remember that. And no one else seems to remember it either because I Googled it. I Googled Goldust blackface and no one talks about it. I'm like, how is this not an iconic? How is this motherfucker not off Twitter right now for this shit? I know it probably was. I'm hoping it wasn't his idea. I'm hoping, but he still didn't say no, and he went out there like that. Oh my god! But we're gonna move past it, guys, because we are on the Go Home Raw to the Royal Rumble 1998.
Yeah, buddy.
One of the most iconic Royal Rumbles of all time. A lot of people remember this Rumble very distinctly, for good reason. So we're building up to it. I think we had a really good Raw last week. It was a fun Raw. We had some fun stuff to do, a lot of cool stuff to talk about, save for that dumb incident. But either way, I'm really excited for this one, guys. How about you?
Yeah. Last week, I really thought what they did with Austin was one of the best builds to a Rumble ever, especially on an individual level, because it got you anticipated not only for the show, but for the pay-per-view coming up. So I kind of forgot what they did this week, so I'm really anxious to see how they can follow up on what I thought was a pretty good Raw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for me, the beauty of this whole thing is I never saw most of these Raws because we didn't have cable. So it's all brand new, I didn't, for me, any Raw is a good Raw until we watch them and I'm like, nah, I'm glad we didn't have cable.
Like the Raw after Survivor Series, that was rough.
Yeah, that was hard.
Yeah, that was rough.
Show.
You know what's funny though is when I was moving out, I was going through my desk and I shouldn't have thrown it away, but I did. I had printed out results of Raws and Nitros and SmackDowns.
No.
Printed out from the internet from 1997, 1998, 1999, 2000.
You still have them?
Well, I threw them away now, but yeah, I still had them.
Those are relics, dude, from ages past, dude.
What was that name of that? Was it
Raja's Raha WWF?
Raha WWF, yeah.
There was 316news.com. There was One Wrestling. There were so many freaking websites.
For me, it was WrestleZone. During the Attitude Era, I went to WrestleZone for all my live, because that's what I had to do. I had to log on to our dial-up internet or DSL, whatever we had it, and I would literally just refresh on their live, play-by-play, because they would type it up and refresh it, and that's how I followed along with Raw for many, many years.
I think I only went to WWE's website. I have mostly got my spoilers from my brother because he was the one with the tinfoil hat on, searching the air, scouring, and
Yep.
I would pick out what bits and pieces of rumors he said, and I was like, that's bullshit, or oh yeah, that's kind of a cool theory, or whatever. I wasn't indoctrined into that whole internet wrestling. Was it the IWC, the Internet Wrestling
Community, whatever they like to call themselves?
Yeah, IWC.
I was never into that. I'm still not into it now, but I was more I don't know, is it purist the word? I would just watch the TV shows and just try to enjoy it there. I think maybe if as as well as like social media is now, I probably would be more into it now if I was super into wrestling. But since I'm not, it's whatever. But
I mean, that's true. We didn't have the social media, so for me, I had to do that. I had to be a part of the IWC because if I wanted to know anything going to school the next day, if it weren't for the internet, everyone else would know everything, and I'd be the one on the outside looking in. Instead, because I was the one with the internet, I knew like Angelo, I knew all the rumors and everything. So I'd be like, oh well, yeah, but he won because of blah 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 blah, and that's how I got my street cred as a wrestling fan.
Dude, I had the most street cred because there was a website, Lords of Pain, that would post.
Yes, I remember Lords of Pain.
Yeah, Lords of
lordsofpain.net.
Pain.
Oh
I
my
do.
god.
They would just basically take the Observer, they would read the Observer, and they would post clippets of the Observer on there, and Meltzer would know, okay, like for instance, I knew Raven was going back to ECW in 1999, and I came to school. I was like, hey guys, Raven's coming to ECW. They were like, oh no, no way, no way. Of course, first episode of TNN, Raven's in ECW. I'm like, yeah, bitches, what?
Oh man, I mean, it's like, I think that speaking of that, there were earlier in the pre-show we're talking about WrestleMania 38 this past weekend. Cody Rhodes, the worst kept secret in wrestling, like that he was
AKA the most stupendous WrestleMania ever.
Oh God, don't start. I don't even think it was the greatest.
Another reason I can't watch WWE anymore. They have these stupid catchphrases they try to get over.
Well, they keep trying to sell it like it's everything now is better than back then, and I don't know. I don't think you'll ever see a group of boomers do fucking 2010, 2020 era WWE podcast going through all those old shows. It would never happen.
You never know.
Oh,
there might be.
Those would be some masochists. But
I mean, what I really like to see is like some 40, 50-year-olds going through the 80s of like superstars.
That's OSW Review. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Oh my god, OSW Review. Those guys are my absolute favorite. They don't watch the full episodes, but they will break down and show clips of the pay-per-views. And the guys on the Jay Hunter, Mr. OOC, and V1, they watch the show and then they break down every match and they show little clippets of what's going on. And Jay will actually watch all the superstars up to the pay-per-view and tell you the storyline decisions of, hey, why this match came to be, why they did that. Because a lot of times you'd buy the pay-per-view from the 90s, like, why are these two guys feuding? And you might get one little snippet from like a Superstars of something that happened, but he'll go through the whole segment and break down like how many times it happened and yada yada. Because it was really poor segmented storytelling way back when. Because they would tape like, I think, what was it, like 18 shows in a day. Because they would have every wrestler come out 2 or 3 times during a show and wrestle matches. And then they would cut up those clips and put it out for 3 or 4 weeks to different markets. And that's why Superstars and Wrestling Challenge were never coherent. They were just matches. And then you'd get to the pay-per-view and then you'd be like, oh shit, these guys are upset at each other. Okay. But that's not here. We're a little spoiled. We got the weekly shows with Raw, and we're going into the final one before Royal Rumble. I'm excited. How about you guys?
I want to see this. Let's do this.
All right, here we go, guys. Before we start, what are y'all drinking?
Generic Diet Cola. That's all I'll say. I'm not even going to show it.
Got it.
Not even going to show it.
Wow.
Like Kroger brand, like Big K Diet Cola.
I have A&W Zero. Root Beer Zero in my World of Warcraft cup, and then afterwards, for a shot of caffeine, some Coke Zero.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
So they finally made a beverage with your IQ in it. Nice.
I mean, that's not fair because I drink the zero sugar shit too. So do you. Why are you even laughing, Mr.
Just to let everybody know,
Mr. I drink my aha. I'm so much fancier.
I am drinking aha. They're good. They're like poor people LaCroix. It's LaCroix for poor people.
It's LaCroix, okay? It's
LaCroix, okay? You don't say croissant, it's croissant.
Croissant. Hey,
uncivilized pig.
And to all of our viewers out there, yesterday was Dr. Legend's 50th birthday. And for
50th,
his
right?
50th birthday, he got
50th
glasses.
birthday.
He's now a legit four-eyed fucking nerd.
I did get glasses for my 39th birthday, and
Damn, you're almost 40.
yeah, I know. And
Old
they're
piece
on
of
my
shit.
they're on my bed, my nightstand on my
My
bed.
brother turned 40 this year, so that was weird.
I don't know. I don't feel 40, but maybe that's how everyone is. You don't really feel your age until you're dead.
And that you don't feel your age until about 4 or 5 months after you turn that age, and then you start realizing, oh crap, I am that old.
Oh yeah. All right, let's do this, guys. On Peacock, the final Raw before Royal Rumble. Going in 3, 2, 1.
100 countries, different languages, to more than 500 million viewers.
I wonder when this is gonna end. I'm curious because I don't. Maybe this is because look, they're using the old logo.
Oh yeah, they went back to the old. Wait, are they? I want to say, didn't they use the
What?
new intro logo last time?
In the corner, they use the new one.
Oh, that's right.
They're going after college chicks in a limo.
Oh man.
You know something, Sean?
Triple H, your career ended 26 years too late. Apparently, he got more tolerable, allegedly, as he got older, but I'm still very upset with him for his pre-shit.
Which one? Triple H or Sean?
Triple H. Sean, I mean, I believe in second chances and everything like that, and I think Sean had a better career when he came back versus before. He had some good matches before, but I think his career was more fun. He told some better stories afterwards.
His best feud was the JBL feud, in my opinion.
It'd be funnier if Chris was here because he really hates that one. I think
I think my favorite one was still the Jericho, the world title match and the ladder match.
Yeah.
To this day, because I was like, because Jericho was my favorite, Sean was his favorite, and I'm like, that whole pay-per-view, he was the only one who's like, yeah, Sean's gonna win the belt.
hell?
We're all like, no,
They're
no, he's not.
showcasing Ahmed Johnson. Oh god, Austin's here. Speaking of Austin, WrestleMania 38, world's worst fucking stunner. Vince must have taken 100 of those in his career. But how did he forget how to take a stunner?
Yeah,
He never
I know.
took a good one.
But like, he fell backward, like he fell on his ass. He's only gonna take a stunner on his ass.
Austin even knew how bad it was, and he couldn't control his laughter afterwards.
It was horrific. I was like, oh man, this will be easy. Vince, you bend over, you fall on your knees. It's like the easiest move to fucking take.
It really is.
God, look at those signs.
There's like every.
This is crazy.
You don't see that anymore now.
No, do you think it's because they curate, or is it because fans just don't care enough?
Fans don't
think-
care enough.
I
There's
think
also a
it-
trend.
I was about to say, yeah, I think there's a couple of reasons why. One, I think it's not that fans don't care. It's I think that fans at this point have gotten to a point where they'd rather see the action than have it blocked by a sign.
Well, I always thought this, because you don't really see all these signs during the matches. They just do them right at the beginning because they kind of go through it. Only the jackasses in the front few rows and hard camera sides keep their signs up. I know because I was a jackass into that. What the hell? We're getting a straight up jobber match. Like, no entrances or themes.
They say the tag team champions.
What the hell is
Look at the
this?
Penn State helmet on the desk. How unique.
Oh, yes, they're curating the college kids here. Oh god, I'm not. I'll pass then.
Kevin Kelly is on commentary.
What the hell? Okay, this kills me anytime they do the number drawings because I mean, you know it's already fucking scheduled. Whatever they do. But like, I liked how they did it in the old days, like $1 Million Man or whatever. Like $1 Million Man knew he got a shitty number, and he went out and bought a high number
A better
instead.
number, yeah.
Because that was funny. But they did that once, and they never needed to do it again. And like, they keep doing this bit once in a while.
Oh, look, it's all your favorite tag teams are going to be in this match.
This glorious fucking tag
Why
team
is there
division.
a Florida shirt?
Oh, because they're in Penn State.
Yeah. So they're trying to troll.
Dude, I gotta tell you, 90s fashion was fucking horrible. You see what everyone was wearing in the stands? Holy shit, it was fucking horrible.
I mean, it's all you see, just a bunch of black T-shirts. What's the difference between now and then?
Horrible, just different. Just very different. Like, I mean, each decade has got a very different fashion.
You know, I don't like. I really don't like these guys, but I really dislike Gators fans because when the Gators lose, no one calls.
Hey, I'm a Gators fan. I'm here. I'm calling you.
Oh, you just calling just to call?
No, you said that when the Gators lose, no one calls. I'm a Gator fan and I'm calling.
Brett looking bewildered. We're doing a bit from a great film starring Tim Allen, Big Trouble. Fantastic film, hilarious. Everybody should watch it. It's based off a book. I've read the book. The book is even funnier. They cut out parts of the book, and I'm like, man, oh god, like, look at their wonderful tag team division. Your star power right here. It's the same amount as their star power is equal to the calories in all of our bedrooms combined.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be what, like, it would take another year before they really got their tag division.
Year and a half, I think, because they didn't
in the
get
2000s. Yeah, in the 2000s when they really kind of kicked off because they had the ladder match in WrestleMania 2008.
Yeah, they had to get you, but the thing is that they had to get younger. The first one was SummerSlam '99 or No Mercy '99.
And that was the Hardys and
Edge and Christian.
Yeah, when they had that, I can't wait till we get to that.
Oh man,
I'm not big on Gangrel. A lot of people have fond memories of him. I just remember him being creepy as fuck and a shitty wrestler. And God,
I just can't wait until we get Christian's light heavyweight title reign.
Oh god,
we're getting to a lot of good stuff. I'm excited for. Because like even though I was really big into wrestling here, because I was a teenager, during the summers of wrestling, I would never watch it. I would be doing something. I would just forget. So we would order all the pay-per-views. We didn't order SummerSlam '98. We just ended up watching the results on the Raw the next couple of days later.
And that's such a good SummerSlam too.
Yeah,
I heard it was a great show.
I mean, I had that one on tape. Well, I had all the big five on VHS for '98. The Royal Rumble '98, WrestleMania 14, King of the Ring '98, SummerSlam '98, and Survivor Series '98.
I think the last pay-per-view we watched that year, because we didn't even order Survivor Series '98. I think it was King of the Ring '98 was the last one we ordered. And then we'd always order Rumbles and Manias. Those were just given. And I think in '99 we just didn't end up ordering pay-per-views either.
We ordered the Rumbles. We ordered the Rumbles and WrestleMania, but we didn't order any pay-per-views because we were watching Raw and SmackDown every week. We kind of felt like, why are we going to pay for? We only paid for the big shows. You know, they just didn't feel like they were worth it. We did order the one in 2000 when Austin came back. I remember that one.
That's
Unforgiven 2000 when he came back from his neck surgery.
Oh, I don't remember that.
That's a good one.
Was that the one that Kurt Angle wins the belt?
No.
Or was that the next one?
That was No Mercy 2000.
That was the next one.
Kurt Angle had a great title reign that was ruined by Triple H's shitty ego.
Triple H's?
You know, I forget.
Triple H never wanted Kurt Angle to be champion. He said
Triple H never took the belt off of him.
But no, it was written by his ego because he didn't want to do the Steph story with him because he didn't think Kurt Angle no one would believe that Triple H could get cucked by Kurt Angle. And he never wanted the belt on Kurt Angle because he was too small. So Pat Patterson, go take him down right now. Go wrestle him. See what happens.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, Pat Patterson got sick of it. He said he'll beat everybody's ass in this locker room.
Yeah. He was literally at one point the best wrestler in the world, like period.
Yeah.
Kurt Angle, yeah, absolutely.
And it's like, it's funny. It's like one of the few wrestlers that Iron Sheik respects.
Yeah. That was the match?
You call that a match?
I wasn't even paying attention.
I don't care. It was that horrific. These clowns.
These tag teams suck. I have to say that.
Yeah, there's, like I said, 0 star power. What the hell is up with fucking Cyrus the Virus and Recoil and Snipe?
You know what's funny
Still
about
so weird to see Don Callis like that.
the funny thing about Don Callis? I think he has no talent. Yet isn't he still an executive of Impact Wrestling?
No, he left that position before he went to AEW.
Look at this. See, this is why I don't like these tag team tornado matches. The Headbangers saw the fucking DQ punch, and they just waited until the 3 count. Like, you know, they had a chance to win the tag team titles and didn't take it. The storyline doesn't make sense. But I get it. You try to showcase your heels. What the fuck? An LOD promo? Oh my god, that guy. I mean, that was D'Lo. Crap.
Oh my god. They would never do that today.
Well, the problem was a lot of guys, like, again, that's a dangerous move. The issue was their timing was never perfect. So people would already lean back, and then when they would get pushed off, they wouldn't do the full rotation. And I don't think they should be doing that full rotation. That's dangerous as hell. But that's the only way that move looks devastating.
Yeah.
And I'm still on the point that Animal has like the cleanest power slam in wrestling.
Yeah.
But 1 month ago, Hawk and Animal's legacy and careers.
Why are they doing this? They've shit on these guys for like the past 6 weeks. They're not getting a time. They're not gonna reface these guys. Like, their careers just go in the shambles. Like, I mean, you're the most popular tag team right now in your division. Probably the 3rd most popular set wrestlers you have. Get shit on. And I don't understand it.
And how you book strong heels is they have to beat the crap out of the faces. That is how you book.
But the issue is they got buried. It wasn't like these guys got beat. Like, these heels don't look powerful because in the next few weeks they got their asses kicked by Mankind 3 weeks in a row in singles matches. How are they looking powerful?
Foley is God, that's why.
Oh, they're wrestling the Outlaws this Sunday?
Yeah.
Oh, I never forgot for this. They just advertised it today. God,
I don't remember that match.
No, neither do I. And you know what? I always thought the pay-per-views were booked well in the Attitude Era. No, this same shitty booking exists for WWE for years. God, the week away from the pay-per-view. We need more matches. Book it.
Yeah, I forget that their booking of pay-per-views was kind of on the fly.
Yeah, it's weird. Because you'd think, like, Attitude Era, oh yeah, great shit going on here.
Is that Austin?
Oh.
Business is gonna pick up, baby.
Welcome back, folks. Before we went to break, we were awaiting the arrival of DX in their limousine. However,
highlight of the show is going to be anything Austin does. Period.
Absolutely.
He's the star now.
Stone Cold Steve Austin is here, and it didn't take Austin long to begin.
Oh, during the break. What the hell?
He's like, screw you guys.
Gerald Briscoe. Uh-oh. Go to the ring, you idiots. What the hell? He's bringing this...
Now, funny as it may be, a lot of the cool little touches that Austin does in around 98, 99, hate to say it, a lot of it was Vince Russo's ideas. He's the one that came up with the beer truck idea.
And
He's the
Austin
one.
wanted to turn down.
Yeah, Austin says, "Why can't I drive my pickup truck?" And Vince Russo's like, "Steve, a beer truck, a beer
I have a
truck."
beer truck. And then he drank some of the beer. It was an off-camera thing, and then he said if he had his oxygen shit him down his throat. Like,
Yeah.
it was such a high impact, he almost fell on his ass. But he wasn't expecting the pressure.
It's kind of weird that he shows up, but I mean, he's over his shit right now. He's probably the most over guy in wrestling.
Oh yeah, by far the most popular wrestler right now.
But
Like,
even
he
on
is
Saturday,
setting-
he got biggest pop of the whole. Other than maybe Cody, he got the biggest pop of everyone.
You guys realize
That says
we're,
something.
we're witnessing kind of history right now with Austin. Like he's the reason why the Sopranos and the Shield were hit shows. He represented what culture was at the time, was anti-heroes. Look, he's beating the crap out of people for no reason, flipping off the fans, and they're like, "Yeah."
And the WWF yanked the carpet right out from under me.
And won it fair and
Oh
square.
god, I remember
That's
that. Angelo was so mad because he was a big Bret Mark at the time, and I was rooting for Austin. I was like, "Yeah, Austin's gonna win it," and he won it. I was like, "Oh shit!" And we were fighting because you said it was a
wasn't
tainted
fair.
thing, so like it wasn't gonna get the. We still did the score back then. I shouldn't have got the points for it because Austin shouldn't have won.
That tonight at the live Royal Rumble drawing, many of the superstars have made you a marked man.
No.
Yeah, no shit. He's been beating the piss out of him.
Do you have a pen?
Yeah, didn't he come
You
out
have a
like
bet?
27 or something in the match?
Yeah. Check it.
Stone Cold Steve Austin ain't a hard person to find, but if you're having a hard time, let me give you a little target.
Oh, he just grabbed a pen.
If I'm a marked man, I'll tell any one of the WWF superstars, whoever they are, in my book, ain't nothing but trash. All you got to do is bring your ass out here because Stone Cold his time has come, and I will accept. No
I
BS
miss this
from Austin,
unscripted,
no BS
or at least
from
bullet
anybody
point
in the
promo
Federation
WWE.
office.
Yep.
Steve Austin
Because
does
even though
what he wants,
Austin's
when he
flubbing a
wants.
little bit
You
here,
say I'm a marked
you can
man,
you can
I
tell
say
it's
you're full,
genuine.
you know what? And that's
Which
the
is
reason
confidence
why.
is so up.
Why? Because Stone Cold said so.
Jeez. Look at that promo. Non-stop.
They're going fucking crazy for it.
I mean, I don't know what you guys think. 10 out of 10 promo, in my opinion. I mean, there's nothing better than that.
I mean, listening
a
to
good promo.
Austin speak and talk, it's a pleasure because it's so different. It's radically different from the time, and it's like you want to cheer him on because he doesn't give a crap. Like other times, like I'm gonna kill him. Like like Paul Heyman used to make fun of. I hate you. I'm gonna kill you. Austin's like throws all that out the window. He's just like.
He's
Like,
like, "Oh,
beat
I'm a
everybody.
marked
I'm a marked man. I'm right here. I'm not hard to find. Like
Like,
fucking classic. Like, think about other people when they says you're a marked man. Well, I respect them, and if they want to call me a marked target, they can come and settle it in the ring, and we can show all these people who the best man is. Austin's like, fuck, I'm not hard to find. Let's do this.
yeah, here I am.
It's like
bitch.
all you guys back there are trash.
Dude, I wonder how funny Austin would have been in like the 2010s when he would have been allowed to say, like, when it would have been trendy to say, like, "Oh, you're a punk bitch," or "Oh, Austin's gonna pwn your ass," and all this kind of crap. Probably would have been better.
I gets mad that Brock gets to say shit on TV, and Austin never got the opportunity to. I will
He
say
is Brock Lesnar, though.
that line always sticks with me. Brock goes, "I don't give a shit about your kids." That should have been a shirt, man. Can you imagine that as a shirt?
I do remember Brock saying that. Oh my god.
It's such a good delivered line because it sounded honest. Like, I don't give a shit about your kids.
Did you hear what he said about Conor McGregor?
What?
Conor McGregor was talking shit about him going back to WWE, and he goes, "I think I shit bigger than that guy."
I think he would kill Conor McGregor.
Oh yeah, this would be a contest.
Oh, yeah.
McGregor got lit up by 170 guys. Like it wasn't even a contest.
God. They're really trying to sell this guy. What blind guy shaved this dude's chest? I've never seen a dude with
Wait,
a
what?
patchier. Look how patchy his chest is.
Maybe they didn't shave it. Maybe it's just really light.
It'd be all natural.
Oh my God, they have. We are watching a legit jobber match here. Oh my God,
Tom Brandy, your name is a jobber.
You're a
jobber.
God, we gotta mark this down. Is this the last official jobber match in WWE history? We got a trailer.
It might be. It might be.
No, there's been plenty of other jobber matches I remember earlier, like a couple of years. They've had jobber matches.
Oh, they brought in fucking jobber because why?
They brought him back, yeah.
Oh,
They
okay.
brought him back at least probably maybe 10 years ago, minimum. I remember watching a few on Raw.
Okay. Well, maybe this is the last jobber match of the Attitude Era. Let's keep a counter on.
That could be true.
I think they need to bring back the jobber squash matches only because there's only so many wrestlers on the roster and they can only wrestle each other so many times before it's like, okay, somebody has to go over legitimately.
This dude's like a
That
budget
looked like
AJ Styles, right?
Yeah, he does.
What the hell is it?
No, because I don't think
he's
AJ
too big.
was wrestling this. Well, oh, I don't know. Yeah, no, I think you're right. I don't think it is him, but it definitely looks like him now.
No, yeah.
Their names are Lance Diamond and Johnny Cicero.
They're trying to sell Kurgan as a threat. I get it. Like, I understand what they're trying to do with Kurgan, but it's not works. He's a shitty wrestler. He's the Paralyzer.
It's like Omos.
Oh, they said before he has to pin both guys. Like, we have to sit through two of these shitty ass matches. What the hell? He's wobbling. I would be nervous.
Yeah.
That guy.
Never has been and never will be. That's my prophecy for the Royal
Like, you know what? If Kurgan got Khali booking, like, remember how dominant Khali was back in the day?
I mean, like when we were totally silent after he beat Undertaker.
Yeah, the whole crowd was totally
Dude, the worst. Like, remember how we saw on SmackDown the chop he did to Taker, and it looked like the dinkiest little like bloop. And then they showed the promo for it, and it was like thunder. And Undertaker got his bell rocked. I was like, that looked like that live. It looked so
That's
bad.
all they've always said. WWE's got the best video packages around. They can sell a video package like nothing.
Yeah, these. I'm like, I have no words. This is. Whoa. All right, he blew up the plastic prop fucking football helmet.
Oh. Bare hands! Oh my god!
You just beat two guys you'll never see again. What power! This is not a good start, guys. I'm deeply saddened by this, but maybe we'll be saved by the marvelous one.
Oh, Owen Hart?
Owen!
Is that Owen? What the heck?
What the hell? Owen Hart just saved this show. He got DX out of here. Now we don't have to hear the promo.
Wow.
What just happened?
I'll take it.
Tell you, man, after watching these Raws, they really screwed the pooch with Owen.
I had heard the Austin thing really soured Owen with the back crew, and they're like, you're never going to make it past mid-card status because you can't injure people like that. Or whatever. Despite it being a move he used to do all the time. But the thing was, when he did his tombstone thing, he'd always fall on his knees. That was like the first time he fell on his ass.
I don't know
even
why-
Austin said he was shocked that he did that.
And
What-
Austin was like, "You're gonna fall on my ass. You're gonna fall on your knees, right?" And he's like, "No, I'm gonna fall on my ass." And Austin thought he was joking. Because no one would joke like that.
Well, why would he do that though?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes!
girl. Yes.
Give him the stick. Let this man speak.
Where's my property?
Yeah, and after watching these two, they also dropped the ball on him.
Yeah.
Shit. Because he's a
You know,
talent.
it just goes to show that it's one
There it
man's
is.
show.
The greatest sign we'll ever see on this show. Mark Merrow is the icon.
To that young lady.
I see a sign that says white on it. I don't know what the bottom word says, and I'm afraid to ask.
I think I'm
Give this man a working mic. How dare you,
Oh,
WWE?
man.
Introduce Sable. So why don't we just go ahead and introduce Sable?
Who turned off the mic on this man?
Wow.
Vince.
It'd be nice to see the 1-2 punch of the
A
WWF back
damn
together and on
shame.
good working terms.
Damn.
Romero and Sable, if indeed change of heart is as indicated, JR.
Oh, he's saying he's had a change of heart about Sable?
Here she comes.
What the hell?
It's gold dust.
Oh,
Oh god.
this is a much better change than
Is this?
his attire last week.
Well, it's gold dust, obviously. Gold dust is attempting to get attention.
I'm no biologist, but that does not look like a woman.
You know, today's day and age. I actually think this would fly better today than it did back then.
First class jerk.
Obviously, this change of heart was a ruse. Come on in.
This guy is like their second biggest heel, and they're not
Both
doing
these
it.
guys, I'm talking about Merrow and the Gold Dust.
I mean, I would argue that these are two of your biggest heels right now, to be honest.
This isn't about sexuality.
Huh?
This is
These two right here are probably two of your biggest heels at the time.
put on you.
Pretty much.
Well,
Merrow
I mean,
because how
much.
good he is
there's a
and
lot
Gold
of
Dust because
apathy
how
with
outrageous
Goldust.
he is.
There's a, like, I think Goldust gets apathetic heat. He doesn't, other than his stunt last week when Flash Funk killed his ass, which he should have.
What I ask you to do. I think we're gonna get along fine from now on.
Well, the pressure cooker of competition
Is he gonna
in the
fight
wrestling
fucking
profession. Obviously,
Randy
it's had a
again?
impact on both Merrow and
Oh shit!
and this, I guess, is the product of that.
Run, Merrow! He's gonna kill you!
Oh, it's Vader.
Oh my god! Inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Finally.
His son gave a really awesome speech.
I watched the speech. It was very, very touching and heartwarming.
Yeah.
It's not
'Cause
like,
he-
I mean, it's the one guy I think Jim Cornette speaks so highly of. Is Vader.
Well, when did you ever hear about Vader having like problems or drama or anything, right? I mean, he did hurt a guy, a jobber once, but like, name one controversy that Vader was involved in.
Oh,
I
dude,
can't-
go listen to Bruce Pritchard's Vegas set on Vader.
Oh, is it bad?
There was a lot of things that happened.
Really?
He injured a few people. Remember that whole interview he did in Kuwait? Where
No.
he knocked out the interviewer on live TV?
Really?
Yeah, that happened while he was in WWE. They say that's one of the reasons he didn't get the belt at SummerSlam.
Oh wow.
26. And that after that, it just kind of, he got hurt a few times. And
I mean, imagine
Then
WWE in 93, 94, instead of Yokozuna giving the belt to Vader. Vader was such...
oh
I
yeah,
still think he's like one of the most imposing villains of all time because the guy is huge, but he can move. Look, a fucker like that doing a moonsault, like crazy. And I loved his reverse powerbomb finisher. It's pretty safe, but it looked devastating.
oh, I mean, I think Bret Hart said that he was one of the better big men, but that he was rough.
Oh yeah, he was because
You had to be careful with him.
he spent too much time in Japan. Was his problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he just stayed stiff.
He the pure wrestler, and that was the style he mastered.
Yeah, I think if I was a pro wrestler in like the 90s,
he did the dick
oh
punch.
god. I think if I was a pro, no.
Oh my god.
Oh wow, way to steal the thunder. Get on the mic, Mark.
That was a big pop though.
I mean that
Sadly,
she
that was
is
a
like
big pop.
pretty.
She's over.
She's super over right now. For the wrong reasons, I would say, but she's over.
Someone just had a sign that said Repo Man 316.
Everybody
Really?
gets a 316 sign. Oh. Yeah, walk her out, Mark. Get her out of here. She doesn't belong. Look at him. That's heat. That is heat.
Yeah, everyone's
Legit
cheering. He's like,
heat.
put your ass back out there.
Oh no. Run, Mark. Oh god. Oh.
Oh,
Jesus.
it was a nice clothesline. Though.
Oh.
Oh man, he really ran into those tears.
Vader's pretty over too, but like, it's hard to not to dislike Vader because he's a great heel and he does good work as a face.
He was scary to me. I was scared of him in the early 90s in WCW.
Oh yeah, because he was so much bigger than, and they had the smaller ring. They had the 16x16 ring, so he looked even bigger.
Most WCW guys were smaller anyways, so like, yeah, like in WWE, he's not the biggest guy, and so Austin's really not that much smaller than Vader, like height-wise. But in WCW, he's going up against like Brian Pillman and all these guys that are small.
Oh,
Oh,
what the hell did he hit him with?
what is it, a dildo?
Coconut?
Oh,
A coconut?
Here's a banana
it
snooker.
was a coconut.
Here's-
It's coming up from his bra. A coconut.
Despite it being a DQ finish, this is where I like it where it happens because you need to push the feud further. Because the real feud is between Vader and Goldust. And so and you had Mark and he's still trying to find That's so good.
Vader's like, what happened?
Oh no.
Is WWE the only time Vader had like a face run?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he was never a face in WCW. He was always a heel.
Owen Hart, Shawn
And it was a
Michaels,
good
Triple
heel.
H and China were all locked in that limousine for quite some time.
What the hell?
Who's
Oh
getting out
man,
there?
Owen, you didn't do a good job.
Well, there's Triple H. Where's Owen? Where's Owen? D-Generation X is here. Where's Owen Hart?
Damn it,
Where's
so they-
Owen Hart?
Did they push him over the edge?
At the next pay-per-view.
Join us this Sunday at the Royal Rumble on
Angelo.
pay-per-view.
I didn't expect that from Chris.
1-800-COLLECT presents
I cracked myself up.
I thought we were gonna reference that. Everyone watching needs to know what he's talking about to get that one. Bad Angelo.
How are they're doing the slam of the week of a fucking thing that happened
1995?
3 years ago? You know what's funny? I remember watching that, and that was so serious because like he put his hands on a celebrity, and like that never happened before.
Slam of the Week was brought to you by
And I didn't know who Lawrence Taylor was. I didn't really care about it or whatever, but I remember that being a big deal. At least sold to me as
There's no
it
doubt
should
that
be a
Bam
big
Bam
deal.
Bigelow was an opportunity.
Did you see the
took
Twin Towers in
opportunity
that one?
To notch his gun on the Hall of Fame linebacker Lawrence Taylor. And I don't know for sure.
Bam Bam's
if
in
Mike Tyson's gonna be
WCW right
with us
now,
at the
right?
Royal Rumble.
Or
But if
ECW
he
at this
is,
time.
you can almost bet your
I think
ECW.
ECW.
He's the ECW or gonna become the ECW TV champion.
The baddest man on the planet. I can take. Wait a minute.
I actually want to say that was probably some of the best of Bam Bam's matches were in
Oh
ECW.
shit, he fucked
Oh
Vader.
no, he beat Vader up.
It's Briscoe and Hebner back here. They're following Austin like Scooby Doo. Oh God, he did it again! Uh-oh.
Nation.
Here we go. Farouk's not out here. When does Henry join? Yeah, where's his belt?
We have confirmation. We understand that Stone Cold Steve Austin did indeed start the man they call Vader.
We have confirmation, guys. Vader received a Stone Cold spot. Thank you, Michael Cole. Otherwise, I would have no idea that Vader got attacked by Austin. God, look at those little kids up there in the bottom front row with Austin shirts and the middle finger. Good God. There was some pretty lax kind of parenting back then.
Hey, Shotgun Saturday Night.
D'Lo versus Mark Henry. This is... I've never liked these storylines where you get beat up by some faction and then later on you just decide to join them. I would be like, no, F these guys. I'll be a heel, but I'll be my own heel or whatever.
Yeah, because Henry
It's a tag team contest? Oh.
Right, Henry ends up joining them in like a few months.
Yeah.
After they kick out Farouk.
I thought he was there with Farouk because the DX Nation feud starts like right after WrestleMania because that's when they kind of start turning face.
I don't know if it's right after WrestleMania because DX was still heels for a couple more months after WrestleMania.
Well, it was right before SummerSlam. They were
It's the
faces.
summer, yeah. It's in. I think it's like 2 or 3 months. Is it after King of the Ring, maybe?
I know he was face-ish during that because they were feuding with the Nation during the time. Triple H called the finals of the King of the Ring, Rock versus Shamrock. What? They gave him fucking WWE pay-per-view music as a theme song?
Did they really?
Listen to that
I
song.
can really hear it.
This is like generic pay-per-view intro music before they... Oh, I miss those old classic WWF pay-per-view music. The SummerSlam one and the Rumble run.
The WrestleMania ones are still my favorite.
You know, last week, the Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Cordell Stewart called The Rock, and he said,
Cordell Stewart.
what do I got to do to go to the Super Bowl and become a champion? Well, hell, before The Rock could call Cordell back, he went and called that old goat Joe Paterno, and he got advice from him. And now, look, neither one of them are champions like The Rock.
Dude, so can antagonize with the best. Bring back nails. Are you kidding me?
Jeebus.
There's one thing. I don't know how I feel about Mark Henry being in the Hall of Fame. I never saw him as like Hall of Famer. Then again, like I feel the same way about Coco Beware, and he's in the Hall. But like
Henry kind of deserves it though for his whole Hall of Fame gimmick and his world title reign. Like, there are some very memorable moments that Henry has. Probably the best is the retirement and then turning on John Cena. Epic, totally epic. Had everyone fooled. Legit fooled. No, Henry deserves his Hall of Fame. Could Beware though, I agree. I don't see that.
the Birdman.
He's famous for having a bird. Whoop-de freaking do. What else did he do?
Whoa.
Nothing. Bird. I mean, if Coco Beware was in the Hall of Fame, then why the hell are the three of us not in the Hall of Fame? He did about as much for WWE as Coco Beware did, so, you know.
Chris had a very, very disturbing expression on him when Kevin Federline was on Raw, yes.
Oh, I hated when Federline was on Raw.
knee drop there from the world's most dangerous man. All four of these men in this tag team.
I actually remember that Raw. I watched it with Crazy Dave. Watched it in my.
I remember I didn't watch that Raw. I don't know why, for whatever reason. I didn't even know we were really into it because I remember Chris going to it. The ref. Oh, he was back this turn. I was like, oh, the ref clearly saw that. This is weird. A weird tag team dynamic because normally the faces get the kind of the heat first, and there's a couple of tags. But like they're putting in Shamrock here. Like, do you think they don't trust Henry? I guess he's been on shotgun this whole time. This is his first Raw match, if I'm correct, right?
I believe so.
Oh, Rock's old finisher.
Because Henry was still.
Oh,
still
he's
green.
the precursor to the People's Elbow. I hate this as they consider this Rocky's finisher. It's the shittiest elbow drop ever. No impact. It's just like this
The most
style.
electrifying elbow drop, though.
It's an elbow drop.
Oh hell, Hogan got over a leg drop, so.
But the guy got air, okay? He was in the air. Rock doesn't get air. He drops. At least Hogan jumps up.
And then Warrior had the freaking like jump.
The press slam.
The press slam followed by the whatever that was.
The only I'll defend this. The only reason why is because Bobby the Brain Heenan almost got killed because of the gorilla press. So that's the real damaging move. The splash is like insulting. Like Warrior's like he's about to run out the ring thinking he won. Then he hits the ropes, goes, oh, I gotta pin him, and then he jumps on him. That's the match. Oh shit! Here it is. Oh, I think this is it. I think this is it.
Oh,
See?
yeah.
See this crap right here is what I'm talking about. Why would Henry turn on Shamrock? It makes no sense. That's a good power slam. I'll give him credit for that. That was pretty clean. See? The air he got on that leg drop? Much better. Oh, the leg drop, the elbow drop. Yeah. Look at that. See? And that looks devastating. This is a great way to sell the match, too. Like, for next week. Because now you want to see Shamrock get his comeuppance.
Yep.
But, again, it makes no sense for Henry to do this. And he better come out with some kind of promo next week. Oh, the rock bottom.
And look, oh, that rock's got him covered. Executing the 3 count. Big deal. Shamrock has been
I miss it when heels do shit like this.
and Mark Rock ripped off the t-shirt like he said he was going to. I don't believe this.
There's your real nation.
I thought they were a pretty solid faction, to be honest. Their DX run together was pretty good. And I like really like the
card feud.
The Mark Henry China thing going on, where he wasn't feuding with her, but he was trying to date her. She was having none of it.
Is that when he was doing the sexual chocolate gimmick? Like
I think it was around that time. But oh my god, we're gonna have to watch that Mae Young thing again.
Oh, the hand. How'd you have to remember?
I saw a meme of that, but like whoever during the Knoxville match, he goes, "Oh my god, that dude just got hit by Mark Henry and Mae Young's child." See, I like that.
It's like, yeah, they're writing that. They're slow burning Farouk getting kicked out of the group.
Slow burns. I missed that. Oh, are we at the hour point already? Oh, it's coming up, guys. We're going to be taking a break here shortly.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take you back to what happened just moments ago in tag team action. Ken Shamrock was about to apply the ankle lock on the Rock.
Good thing he got it, too, because Rock was like half a second from tapping. And I'm not kidding. Everyone, as soon as he gets it on, they have a second to go, ah! This move sucks.
Ken Shamrock. And watch this power slam. Mark Henry at
That was a pretty good power
415
slam.
pounds.
The thing is, though, like it's one of those moves that does so much better when your partner helps you.
Mark Henry
But like
wearing the
you gotta
Nation
give him the
Domination
right
shirt.
direction
So
too. Like
apparently
Orton has a
Mark
pretty good
Henry,
power slam.
much to everyone's
I like it. It's more of like a
surprise, is the
snap
newest
power
member of the
slam, but it's a
nation
good
as
one.
we take you back to Michael.
Not as good as
Nation of
animals,
Domination,
but
The
few
Rock.
are.
What happened? Shut up. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. Hey, this is the greatest day in the history of the nation. Well, actually, the greatest day was when The Rock joined. But at the same time, Farouk, hey, whoa. Know your role. Farouk, man, I'm telling you, this is
Wow,
the
we're like
greatest
seeing
thing
the
since sliced
genesis
bread.
of
Not
his
only did The
fucking
Rock bring
like
intercontinental gold
sayings
to
and
the
stuff.
nation,
Like
but
know
I've got
your
the
role.
world's strongest man, Mark Henry, now in the nation. God, man, it's all for you. Hell.
Folks, that's it for Raw tonight. Coming up next in the War Zone in 30 seconds, Shawn Triple H in China. DX will be here.
All right, guys, that's it for this hour. We'll be right back after a short break.
Stupid.
All right. We are back, gang. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're in the War Zone now, hour number 2 of Raw. Are we going to see still snippets of Bret Hart in this ring? Because I know they did a
Did
pretty
for the
good...
Raw intro.
There's Ahmed Johnson. When was the last time he was here?
A couple of Raws ago. It's been a while. Sure. Was it probably a Raw in 97?
Yeah, it was definitely... Well, this is the 3rd Raw we're getting of this year, man. Ugh, but God, we're gonna... No! Oh my God!
The DX hour now.
Please let this go by. What did they do with Owen? Is what I'm curious. Oh boy! There are no boos or anything. Like, you hear a smattering of some cheers, the people that like DX. But, like, no one's reacting at all. This is your champion. This is supposed to be the top heel crew. And no one cares about them.
Yeah, I mean,
you think...
like you said, we went back to watch this to see how we'd feel, and I was a huge DX fan, and yeah, no.
Do you think
not anymore?
Do you think the bloom is off the rose off Shawn because of the Brett incident? Like, people just became apathetic towards him because they're like, he could have been the biggest heel, but instead they're just like, nah, F this guy, we don't care about you anymore.
I think at this point people just started to realize, I don't know if they knew the backstage and the politics and everything, but it just, all of his actions, dropping the belt before WrestleMania 13 and all the other things that he did, just, I don't know, probably soured fans on him. For sure.
And
I think there was some Shawn fatigue there as well, because he was headlining for years. So at this point, it's 3 years, and fans are kind of tired of him.
And I'd want to defend him, saying, well, he's never had good faces. But the program he had with Owen would have been huge. And Owen was getting cheered, but Shawn wasn't getting booed very much. It was just like, we don't care.
The
And
last remnants of something that used to be in the bottom of our hopper, floating around where we'd flush it, and it kept coming back up to the surface.
It's your top heels of the organization, ladies and gentlemen.
In the back
Listen to
of
this
DX's
promo.
limo, Owen got the big flush, and he's running down a sewer somewhere, headed to God knows where. Because you see, Owen
What the
was
hell
nothing
is he
but a lowly
talking
pledge
about?
to the greatest fraternity in the history of the world, DX. And when it came right down to it, Owen, you failed.
Doesn't mean like they don't
your
look like
final.
wrestlers right now. They
And
just look
speaking
like
of finals,
movie bad
to all
guys.
you sorority girls out there, if any
The
of
only
you
thing
need a
missing
little help,
is him saying
give us a call
nerds.
at Helmsley, and I'll give you some help that'll last all night long.
God.
Because I got the tips to give you the passing grade. And you know what? I not only give you the tip, I give you the whole thing.
What the fuck is he talking about?
Who wrote this?
And I know what he's talking about.
Like,
Why?
it sounds like it was written for children. By children.
Mike Tyson, the baddest man.
Shawn Michaels should never wear gloves on camera because it makes his hands look tiny.
You know what's funny is that this isn't even like creative stuff. Like it's beyond childish now. Like they've kind of like, I think Shawn leaving was the best thing to happen to Triple H at this point.
And the Attitude Era.
Yeah, once Shawn left, that's when Triple H really kind of was allowed to be Triple H.
And I have to say, match quality-wise, Shawn is not bringing it, especially in the matches we've seen with him lately. From the heights that people put Shawn on that pedestal for his quality of matches, he's in some pretty non-great matches. Even the one he had with Brett was pretty shitty, but like that was a whole walk-in brawl thing. It wasn't like the technical thing they've done in the past, which is a shame because we know they can put on good matches.
Man, I kind of miss the European Championship.
Dude, they literally invented it to put a belt on British Bulldog at a London show.
Never mind Shawn Michaels about Kane's family or the Undertaker's family.
What the hell?
I know all about family, and you three degenerates. You thought you could put me down with what you did?
I hate it when they keep calling them degenerates because they call themselves that. They like wear it like a badge of honor.
See, again, they dropped the ball. They dropped the ball.
They dropped the ball again, Shawn.
That could have been a great Rumble match. Let those guys actually go out there and brawl it out and wrestle.
Yeah. They could have found another way to get to the Taker Kane match, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm standing and I'm ready, and I'll break your other leg, you gutless bastard!
If he said I'd break your other leg out of your leg, I don't know my shit.
Owen Hart wants his hands on DX. What's going to happen next?
Oh, good ending to it, but like, you want to? Oh God.
And welcome back,
DOA.
Oh,
Here we
Another
go.
rival.
fucking jobbers! I swear. They're not even bringing out Chains and everybody else. It's just these two clowns. And I know it gets so much worse from here, and I'm bracing myself for it. But, like, how do these guys stay employed other than their named jobbers?
Because they don't, like you said, the tag team division was so bad. Gotta have some people, right? Gotta have something.
Look at apathy. No one cares about these guys.
Surprised everyone when he introduced the National Wrestling Alliance into the World Wrestling Federation.
What the hell?
With Cornette's help in a match for the North American heavyweight title. Jeff Jarrett defeated Barry Windham. Yeah, with the help of
Oh, that's right.
I
That
still don't
happened
understand why why Vince let this on TV.
Yeah, I don't know. They're trying to get heel heat for Jarrett, but very weird.
Can I have everybody's attention, please? Here we go.
God, self-proclaimed guru of wrestling.
Bring out the NWA guys again and let them have their 2 minutes of glory on TV.
If Jim Cornette had his way, this fucking wrestling would still be in circus halls. People would be sitting on bales of hay. But it's pure. It's pure.
Pure Carney.
The Rock and Roll Express and the Midnight Express.
I tease him, but like I know he's got a pretty good head on his shoulders for the most part. I like how he's focused more on the realism, like of the in-ring stuff, and I know he's got a good mind there, but sometimes he lets that mind wander, and it's not in a good place.
Ricky and Robert, the Rock and Roll Express.
Oh God, these fat asses! They're coming out to the Rockers theme. What an insult! The rock and roll. These guys look like the Rockers' dads.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they look terrible.
Dude, I remember Jim Cornette going on a rant about how the Midnight Express was the greatest tag team of all time, and yada yada yada.
They were not
Rock
even the
and Roll
greatest
Express.
tag team named Express.
God, they look so bad, dude.
Oh,
Imagine what they look like now.
they
I've
got
seen them.
inducted into the Hall
They're
of
not
Fame.
they
Did
put them
they?
in AEW.
Yeah.
AEW's had them on recently, like in the last year or two.
How bad did
And
they
yeah,
look?
they were bad. Very bad. Very old. Very old.
Oh, he even mentioned it right here. The greatest tag team was the Midnight Express. I will give these guys credit though. They may be like the longest running tag team that have never broken up. As far as I know, they've never broken up.
I think they've broken up once or twice.
Oh, okay.
Traditional wrestling. Certainly want to welcome everybody to the War Zone and
Yeah, he wants to see a guy be a part of the Rock and Roll Express with a giant bald spot in the back of his head. That shows youth. And his big ass hairy chest.
Funny thing is, like, this whole thing is supposed to be like traditionalist wrestling, but traditionalist wrestling, Jim Cornette and the Rock and Roll Express were mortal enemies.
Yeah, this is very weird, right?
Yeah.
And you're putting these guys against DOA, the guys who can't wrestle. They just brawl.
Not only that, but Rock and Roll Express they weren't heels. They were always a face tag team.
Yeah.
I think this is like the first time they really wrestled Rudo.
Are they like needing talent that much that they're doing? They had 4 fucking tag teams in the opening show. Couldn't they have spared one of those jackasses for this stupid match?
Yeah, it's like, why on earth put these guys on television right now? It's 1998. Like, why put them
To be
on?
fair, they're probably the best tag team on this show.
Well, I mean,
Damn
like
it.
wrestling
Damn it,
wise,
he's
you're
right. Look at them.
You're probably right. You're probably right, but I mean,
We literally shit on the tag division, and then they bring in a real tag team, and you two are like, why are these two on TV? You gotta have someone who can wrestle!
I hate to say it, but I think Brett's right. I think we can.
As far as
you're like, oh,
what-
the tag teams suck. Why is this tag team on here that can actually perform?
Well, I mean, they can wrestle a match, but I mean, are we talking like 5-star matches? Maybe not. Decent matches to kind of fill some airtime, probably.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
What the
decent
hell is the ref
correct.
not getting mad at him and ushering him out?
Why isn't
There
that
it is.
disqualified? There it is.
There it is.
I think this is the first time we've seen DOA win anything, hasn't it? I mean, right? I don't think they've won any of the matches we've watched.
Oh shit.
It is really
You know-
weird to see Rock and Roll Express as
Heels.
heels, though.
Can't believe we're
I mean,
watching
even
a Rock and Roll Express match in the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
That kills me.
I think they stuck around for a couple of months, too. if I remember
No, I know they
correctly.
pushed this gimmick with Jarrett for a while. I don't know why. Oh, here's fucking Underfaker. I know I said it earlier as a joke, but they really look like the Rockers' dads.
They do look like the Rockers' dads, dude. Now, I guarantee you Russo had nothing to do with this crap on here.
God,
I don't think Russo liked any of that stuff.
why are you putting these old thoughts on television, Vince? No one's gonna watch it. You know what? Like, they keep hyping Tyson over and over again, and I'm like, I don't remember this, but maybe I blocked it out in my mind. Because I remember Tyson being at the Rumble being kind of a surprise, and I'm like, oh, cool, Tyson's there. And then afterwards was the big Tyson build-up, like huge, because he was actually on Raw. and everything.
Yeah.
What do you guys think it says in those balls instead of having like the numbers and shit?
Blank piece of paper.
Oh, that's right. They're doing a Tyson thing.
Oh crap! They're playing the generic theme music. This music they're playing right here was on one of Austin's VHS tapes.
The Penn State campus and had this to say.
I'm standing out here on the famed fields of Beaver Stadium at Penn State University, a place where many wars have been
Is he
fought.
barefoot? Oh
I
my
like to
god!
think I know a
He is
thing or two
barefoot.
about wars, having been the survivor of many. The greatest warrior I've ever known
Oh,
was a man named Terry Funk, who together we shared a mutual mutilation for well over a year.
How did they get video of this?
Bombs, blood and guts.
Oh, they probably asked for it.
oh my god!
Yeah, this is. I'm not a fan of that kind of wrestling.
That is gruesome.
Like when I think of like extreme wrestling, I think of like tables, and I think of like Rob Van Dam.
That's like UFC, like the first 10 pay-per-views. They're like, all right, you weigh 400 pounds, you weigh $130, get in and fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god! I remember there's so much controversy with UFC back then. Like, it almost got banned.
Well, they weren't allowed on pay-per-view for a couple years.
We're gonna make your life a living hell while we're brutalizing you and abusing you. I just want you to know. I don't want
I
you to
can't take
consider it
Mick
punishment
Foley
for
seriously
seizure
as
command.
Mankind without the mask.
Think of it as a chance to.
Because all I
He's
see
Cactus
here
Jack
is...
right now.
Is he?
You'll be the
Right now he's Cactus Jack.
Ball. Bang bang.
Oh, I couldn't tell.
Did he say the brutal bowl?
Even the shirt didn't know.
How many personalities do you have? Terry Funk, Chainsaw Charlie.
Now he's coming out as Mankind.
Yeah, so that's why I thought it was weird, because they promoted him as Mankind. You know, it's something weird. They always do the Three Faces of Foley thing. Did they ever do a thing where he was like having an identity crisis during a match, where he would be all three at once?
No, the closest they ever did was we'll see it at the Rumble this year. That's about as close. They did that they did that promo where all three of them showed up.
Yeah.
We are ready for the arrival of the Bizarre Goldust.
He never had an identity crisis, unfortunately. That would have been cool.
Oh my god!
Okay, this is. Oh, you know what?
This is amazing. This is the gimmick done right.
Yes.
He got a paint on beard.
He put the goddamn blackface on his beard.
There's a white boy with a sign that said "Marry Me, Flash Funk."
Expecting a low blow kick.
What the hell? Austin! Oh, yeah!
Oh,
Yes!
yes! The wick off his head.
Oh, hell yeah! No more Mr. Nice Guy until after this Rumble. Jim
Oh god, here he's on the headset.
Steve, if you think you can win the Rumble, give me a hell yeah, and I give a oh hell.
He still has the target on his chest. That was good because I was not really looking forward to this match. The entrance was good for Goldust, but Ugh. Tyson announcement? What are they announcing?
Probably that he's
Oh,
gonna
They've
be.
is
showed
this
this
the main-
advertisement like forever. It's like the fourth time they said Tyson announcement.
Oh boy, bracing myself. Here we
No
go.
doubt, ladies and
Here
gentlemen,
we
all
go.
hell broke loose just a few moments ago as Mankind taking on Goldust.
People lost their
And,
shit
here
though. I
comes
loved
Stone
it.
Cold Steve Austin, and
Look
we
at that
see not only a
Mankind
stunner
taking that
on
stunner.
Mankind, but one on Goldust as well. quite the reminder that Austin is
I don't like the stunner when you take it on your feet, except for when Scott Hall took it. That was pretty good.
Now, ladies and gentlemen,
I beat
joining us is the
When he did
owner of
the-
the World Wrestling
the
Federation,
vortex
Vince McMahon.
stunner.
And Vince, we'd like to know if you completed your negotiations with Don King for Mike Tyson to
Yes.
participate at WrestleMania 14.
Oh, they've
Well,
got.
Mike Tyson is an invited guest at this Sunday's Royal Rumble.
Yeah, they love you here, McMahon.
Yes, I know.
You know what's funny? Like back then, if you loved WWE, like, oh yeah, you could be a guest, be a referee. Now, if they're like, hey, I saw you liked the WWE tweet, you want to be on a pay-per-view?
Yeah. They're kind of desperate right now for.
They had like
To get
3
people up.
celebrity matches.
3
this
celebrity
year,
matches.
All right, well, Vince, thank you very much.
Well,
And
you know
I
what's,
heard Logan Paul's not done either.
oh yeah, Logan Paul's gonna
What?
be back.
Yeah, they said he's even said that he expects to wrestle again this year.
It's good. It's good for both of them because I mean he draws
He
a
said
lot
the
of
money
eyes.
had to be right to go full time with them.
he should never work full time.
No.
If you have a career outside of wrestling, not that I love wrestling, I think it's amazing, but if you make money outside of wrestling, you should never go in that ring and try to make more. Because you put your body on the line, bad things can happen to you. Despite it being the safest it's probably ever been, it is still dangerous, and you shouldn't do that. There's no way.
Yeah. Hear about Tammy?
Hey guys, remember that light heavyweight tournament we saw? We've never heard from them again.
Is this a light heavyweight?
No, that was the last time we saw Sunny when she announced the light heavyweight.
Oh, that's
matches.
right.
Oh, yeah.
Because they needed her out there to help sell it. Now they need to sell fucking Los Boricuas.
What's funny is that she's not as over as Sable is right now.
No, because Sable wears the outfits. Sunny doesn't really wear the revealing, which is weird, right? Like, because everyone remembers Sunny as kind of the original diva.
Well, she did. She just stopped for whatever reason.
I wonder why. But she leaves soon because she ends up in WCW and ECW.
Yeah, she ends up in ECW in a few months actually, because her husband goes to ECW, or is actually there right now.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, like, Candido's been gone for a while. Oh my God, it is Taka. I called it. Is that? Who the fuck is
Scotty
that?
Too Hottie.
Is that Scotty Too Hot?
That's definitely
It
Scotty Too
is.
Hottie.
He was a heel last time.
He's on the side of Taka.
I don't get this move here, guys. This is very awkward. I don't understand, like, this play here. What is it? Just to get them on TV time?
I feel like this is something you would see in a 3-hour Raw, not a 2-hour Raw.
Yeah, we're getting down to the nitty gritty, guys. Like, I am looking forward to Too Cool though. I do like that little run. They were pretty over. And
Absolutely. I already heard Shawn Michaels
Yep,
say that he's
Too Cool and Rikishi.
the baddest man on the planet, Mike Tyson. Well, he may have to.
the 2000 Rumble is a great one. It is a great show.
Oh yeah. You won't get in Tyson's face long, buddy. You think Don King will be here?
Yeah, that is a really good show.
And Scott Taylor drop kicking.
Again, goes to the whole, it's not a bad Rumble.
That's right. Yeah, I mean most Rumbles are really, really good.
Especially the Attitude Eras, 98, 99, 2000, 2001. 2001, I'd argue, was probably the best out of all of them.
I don't know if the actual match might have been 2001.
Which match?
The
The
Rumble
Royal
match
Rumble
itself.
match itself
Oh,
might
the
have
match
been.
itself.
Might have been. No,
I don't know.
98 was
I'd
good.
argue,
I think 98's my favorite.
Yeah, 98's
I'd
actually.
say 98 as the Royal Rumble match is the best, but as
The pay-per-view
overall,
itself, 2000 was really good.
2000 was really good, but I'd say 2001 was probably just a smidge better.
It had the
I think
ladder
it just
match,
had better
right?
matches. Yeah, it had
Oh
the
my
ladder match.
God! You almost garroted yourself, you idiot.
You also had the Kurt Angle Triple H match in 2001.
With the arm barred, Mike Tyson. You know, the last time when Lawrence Taylor.
Well, we also had the Dudleys versus Hardys in Royal Rumble 2000, the table match, the first one.
What was that, 2000?
Yeah. I mean, like we are in for a treat coming up, and I know it's getting kind of bad now, but I think once we get over that WrestleMania 14 hump, we're gonna be in just the good zone. I think.
Well, yeah,
We're
because it
just-
definitely gets really good. Yeah, because once Austin becomes champ, it does get a lot better.
What the?
But I still think like the Unforgiven is like a, it's kind of like a throwback to the oh no, they're back to these wells again type thing. But then
Oh,
after that, it gets, you know.
Yeah. Was never a big fan. I mean, I'm not a big fan of him now, but like Triple H's original title run, I know it's rough. I don't like the whole Stephanie angle where he Mary rapes her or whatever.
Yeah.
It's pretty cringy and oh, that was slick. Savia, if you can do that, why haven't you been doing it, man?
He's twisted. He's perverted. He's sick. I like that in a person.
He was probably told not to do it.
I mean, Savio can move. Oh my god!
Ooh.
Jesus, you're gonna kill this guy.
These are so smart. How come they still eat with sticks?
Oh, Jerry, you bastard! You hear what he said?
What did he say?
Japanese were so smart. Why do they still eat with sticks?
Oh.
God.
God, Lawler.
You know what I'm not looking forward to is Puppy.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that-
That's
No,
what I
that's
was
coming.
mentioned in the original, like when they treated women like shit. It's because of fucking Lawler. I mean, Lawler is not a fucking poster child for treating women good, anyways. But
That's why it took me so long to find someone. I grew up with Lawler as my role model.
you gonna try a moonsault? Oh, nice. I will say that thing that McAfee did at WrestleMania, that guy's got talent.
Oh, you should see his matches in NXT when he wrestled Adam Cole and they did the War Games match. Those were better.
This motherfucker Taka just kicked Scotty Taylor on accident. They thought I would have missed it, but I didn't. I caught that shit. Can't get by me. Oh shit. Oh! Oh!
Oh!
This is like when Taka becomes the punching bag, because after he wins the light heavyweight title, like, he does nothing. What the hell is this guy doing? I think this is, other than tag match. Oh my, what the fuck? Oh no. Oh!
That was a cool move.
Yeah.
Dangerous as shit. Oh. I guess they finally deserve to win after 14 weeks.
Well, Taka Michinoku trying to come to the aid of his partner.
What's
There's
Owen Hart? Oh yeah, he hates these guys. Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Hey, Doom!
You-
broke the crotch on Miguel. And lost Mariquez, who ganged up on Owen Hart last week.
That was awesome. He hit the shit out of him.
Is seeking some retribution. Somewhere, someday, Owen Hart is going to get his hands on
Look how intense he looks right now. Why did they not do anything with this?
I mean, you got one heart left, and he's over.
And
And he's
like
got an
this-
angle.
And
Is that the
this
first time they call him a nugget on TV?
he is talented. He can perform in the ring. Like I would dare say just as good as Brett, because he can do stuff Brett can't do.
Talk. Yep.
Talk, but like he can do I loved his the arm flip thing he used to do. Remember that? Where he do the roll, the flip up, whatever. Brett can't do that shit. Now Brett was way better at getting sympathy in the ring, and he could take a pretty good beating. But Owen was fantastic. Why are we going back to this shit? This makes no sense. We saw it in the last hour as the slam of the week for no reason. Why do they keep bringing this up? But I will say, like, look at this. Like, he's like, hey, let's be friends or whatever. And Bam was like, no, screw this. Do you know the whole story behind this was?
No.
So Bam Bam agreed to do this and take the job for $250,000, but also he was promised a big face push with Diesel afterwards.
Really?
So like
And
if
they
you see
didn't
him,
do it.
and they did Sean nixed it. He's like, nah, I want to be face now. I want to be face champion. I want people to love me instead. Which is, that was a hard sell to get Sean over. Are you
I think you're right. 'Cause
kidding
I
me?
think Bruce Pritchard did mention that Bam Bam was supposed to turn face and end up doing it to Sean instead of Bam.
I wonder
That's
why.
one of the reasons why Bam Bam left. It's because they,
He had that outfit, remember? That the top coat thing he used to wear, I guess, to make him more face-like. Why are we seeing these Jokers again? What the? This makes no sense. Who wrote this shit?
And now,
Oh, thank God.
Twix Rewind with Twix cookie bars. It's always 2 for me and none for you.
We're really going back to 95 this
Yeah.
episode. I don't know why. We're obsessed with 1995.
Shawn Michaels' feet hit the floor.
What? Michael's the first man in and the last man standing.
That was the Twix Rewind.
I'd almost argue they probably should have had Bulldog win that Rumble and did
I was
Bulldog
very
Diesel.
upset when he didn't win, but like, it made more sense for Sean to win, like grand scheme of things, because face versus face stuff doesn't really work well. I think the next time they had a face versus face match was Rock versus Austin at WrestleMania
Could we
17.
maybe get that announcement now?
Everybody saw
Because they did
last week,
Warrior Hogan at
Paul
6.
Bear
That was 5, and that's 6, right? I thought you said Warrior Macho or Hogan Macho. Yeah, Warrior Hogan, and it didn't sell as well as the previous Wrestle. It was the first WrestleMania to do worse than the previous one. So they were
12. 12.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
right.
Brett and Sean.
You're right.
to stand here, open arms.
I bet
Even
you.
then, after 12, it wasn't until
X7.
if you include WrestleMania 2000, there were 2 faces in that match. But yeah, face and face. You're right, it was 17.
The newest member of the Generation X, Kane.
What the hell?
This is too much. I gotta see it to believe.
This is legit.
My goodness.
Oh, good.
Oh, that's right. This was the go home. Remember, this is where Taker and Kane like come together.
The Undertaker and Michaels.
As Kane stands up at the top and like does the Taker salute to Taker.
I can't wait for him to get his ministry song.
Oh, that song still rocks to this day.
Oh, it's so good.
Even the one before the Ministry song is good too.
I can't wait to see.
The Ministry one just takes it to a darker, deeper level. Yeah, because it integrates back in the gong and all the other stuff that makes Taker Taker.
Which it's funny that people remember his match with Shawn at WrestleMania, but to me, this is peak Taker. Because he's physically at his peak. He can still move like a beast. He's not a concussion risk.
Yeah, because people forget that the Taker for the Ministry Taker was out of shape and definitely not. He definitely was not his normal Taker self.
He wasn't doing a lot of matches back then. He was doing a lot of the the storyline stuff, like the dark stuff. That they really got the dark side of the Undertaker during that time. I can't wait till it gets all convoluted, like with the corporate ministry and the union and all that crap, and just every week something crazy would happen.
Me, Austin! Biggest disappointment of fucking the Attitude Era, I think. What were they thinking?
Power.
Like, was it supposed to be someone else?
I think it was supposed to be. The rumor was Ted DiBiase.
That would have been not as great either. I don't know who would have been better though. That's the problem. Like, I think they wrote themselves into a hole. Fuck, that is pop. Oh shit!
Whoa.
Because I remember nobody used to lay a hand on China until the next pay-per-view after this one. It was the first time someone physically got physical with China legitly. He's still got those fucking gloves on.
Literally, like the only interaction these two even have before the match, isn't it?
Yeah, there's not a big build to it, which is unfortunate. The Owen program would have been so much better here. Yeah, I know we're doing like Monday morning quarterbacking here, but why the fuck not? It's our show. We should be able to, and I think it makes more sense to do the Owen program to wrestle to Royal Rumble at the very least.
You know, you could have gotten the Kane Taker feud from having Taker in the Rumble, not have Kane in the Rumble, and have Kane come down and eliminate Taker.
Yeah, and then like drag him out, bring the casket out for Taker, and then eliminate him into the casket, then set it on fire. Brilliant.
Yeah, or whatever.
That would have worked.
Anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
It's like Sean heard the gong, he's still beating Taker up. I gotta get my shots in. This guy's gonna kill me. Where's Paul?
Remember, because this is where Kane sides with
No,
Taker?
that's true, but like, I guess last week he came out there and did like a promo by himself without Kane or anything.
Yeah, because wasn't it 2 weeks ago? Kane and Taker were both in the ring, and they cleared the ring out.
Yeah, and they didn't hit each other.
Yeah, and then Paul did. You're right. Paul did the promo, and then this is where Kane, sides with Taker.
See, this is such good storytelling because like Kane's like, I'm not saving my brother. I'm making sure that no one hurts my brother but me. Like no one gets to hurt him and put the screws to him that I do. Brilliant storytelling. Whoever wrote this, mwah. Good job.
Generation X laid waste to the Undertaker until the Taker's brother, Kane.
This is good stuff. I mean, the Kane Taker program up to WrestleMania is so good. Like,
I guess right here is where they do the Taker gets down or King gets down and does the Taker salute.
oh wow, look at the fans go ape shit for this. God. Oh my God, so good.
Once they finally team those two up, it's great.
Well, I mean, they're pretty much Austin's main antagonists through the summer.
Yeah. That's
which makes
what
sense.
Leads to his whole ministry character too.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's kind of sad that we're only going to get 2 good Taker WrestleMania matches in this during the duration of this show because it was WrestleMania 15 and 2000. Well, no, he didn't wrestle in 2000.
Yeah, he wasn't even at 2000.
It kind of sucks. He missed WrestleMania 10 and he missed 2000.
2000 was injury. I don't remember why he missed 10.
He was rest. He was recuperating from a bunch of injuries and stuff.
One of the most tremendous moments in WWF history. It happened just minutes ago.
And they also didn't really have a storyline for him either for 10, I don't think.
Because he got beat by Yokozuna, so Yokozuna's program
That's
was
right.
Yeah. His comeback, though, at Survivor Series was good. Like, the Chuck Norris angle.
In SummerSlam?
No, he came back at SummerSlam to do the Taker vs. Taker, but he had his revenge on Yoko in Survivor Series for the casket match.
Oh, that's right. He just completely demolishes and basically took Yoko from being like a main eventer to like a jobber in that match.
You know what's funny about that? I always remember Yoko being such a huge threat. Like, no one can beat Yoko, and they just get him so over. What became very aware to me as I watch it now was Yoko was so shitty in the ring because he would run out of gas so quickly because he was so fat. Why are they doing this here? Shamrock would be coming out here to kill this guy.
It's true, because when you look at his early, as you look at the Yoko stuff and you progress down the line, he's really good, and then as he gets bigger and bigger, loses the stamina. You can just tell that like the level of his matches go down. And they even said if Yoko would have just stopped eating and lost the weight and got
Honky Tonk Man.
forgot he was in that Rumble.
This goober here. You know what? Say what you will about Honky Tonk Man. I will put him up there as one of the greatest Intercontinental Champions of all time.
He will always be the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion. I don't think anyone's ever going to hold the Intercontinental title longer than he did.
Which is a shame because that belt is so buried. They even have an Intercontinental title match at WrestleMania.
No Intercontinental or U.S. title match
You
at
gotta be kidding me.
And both tag titles, both women's. Nope. Mid-card belts.
The problem is with that damn Intercontinental title, they keep putting former world champions in keep giving them that belt. I don't like it where a world champion gets scaled down to the mid-card belt. That doesn't make sense.
It only makes sense if you're trying to build that belt back up.
But no, even then, like, you know, I just watched a video where McMahon wanted to put the Intercontinental belt back on Brett in 1997. And Brett refused. Oh, shit, thank God. Oh, fuck.
He just went,
I love that. You see how he's flipping everybody off?
he just went in there, got his stunner, and said, "Fuck you guys."
He kicked Mark Henry in the ass. He literally kicked Mark Henry's ass.
Worth the price of admission.
That was a good way to end this show. Oh, he got caught.
He got caught slipping.
I don't remember this. I thought he completely got away with it. They're really putting the fucking screws to him.
Because the final two is Austin
See, this
Rock,
makes
right?
sense. I was like dreading this stupid live fucking number drawing. Like, what the hell are they gonna do? And then when Shamrock got in there, you start beating the hell. Like, why is Shamrock gonna be there? He hates these guys that just jumped him. Like, he's gonna kill these people. That's exactly what he did. I'm like, okay, now this is getting good. There's Tom Brady. Jobber. Where's my boy Mark? Oh. This is just, I mean, it was cool to see the Austin thing, but they're letting this go on too long. They should have ended it. Whoa, what the fuck? Okay, never mind.
Oh, no, they got...
What the hell? They all his music out to get his ass kicked.
Let everybody see it.
No one wants to get their ass kicked to a soundtrack. Oh my god.
Oh, that was a good show.
I'm indifferent about it. I thought it was
The show, you're indifferent?
There was
what do they have to do to impress you?
There were good
Louise?
moments in it. There were good moments in it. But the show overall, like the first two matches were dog shit. The DX thing fell flat, went on too long. Then you bring him back out there for the Kane Taker thing was a little bit better. The Mero thing, I'm always happy to see Mero on the screen. You know, he's great. His mic not working hurt it though. I really wanted to hear him because apparently he was like, "Guys, I turned over a new leaf. I'm gonna bring Sable out here. We're gonna have a nicer relationship." And then his Goldust, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that would have helped made it a better sell, and I think the audience would have reacted to it better." Like I won't say it was a terrible show. I'm you know I'm thinking it's above average, like 6-7 territory, but it wasn't like it did get me hyped up. The Austin stuff got me really hyped up for Rumble, which is what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on this one. I mean, there were some moments in the show that were just boring, but that's a wrestling show. There's gonna be wrestling on the show that you're just not gonna like, and it's a long show. They can't make every moment spectacular. Like you have to be kind of. That's kind of the buildup, right? Like you have to kind of slow build. Okay, this isn't great, but this is going to be awesome because then it becomes too much. And then if everything is awesome, then awesome becomes normal. So I think this is a solid 8 out of 10 show. This is a good show. It's building up to the pay-per-view. Austin had some great moments. We got Mark Mero again, so I loved watching this episode. This was fun.
I weighed by segments. First match, dog shit. Second match, dog shit. DX first segment, dog shit. DOA match, dog shit. You had 4 garbage things that we completely talked over and didn't even pay attention, which is almost half the show, which is why I graded it down. So, like, there are times where the good moments, like, oh yeah, like if it makes you forget about the bad stuff, sure. But I couldn't forget about the bad stuff. Like, there was a lot of good stuff in here. Owen's stuff, I loved seeing Owen tonight. He was good. Austin is great as always. Great seeing him. Mero is fantastic. I love that. And then the DX Kane Taker thing was good. Those were really, really good. Oh, the Morton and DOA, those clowns. Don't forget about that thing. Yeah, so there was a lot of dog shit on this show, which is why.
It's funny that you mentioned the whole when there's good segments, you forget the bad stuff. So I totally forgot about all that first half, all that first hour dog shit stuff you just talked about. That first hour to me was so good, I literally forgot that half of it was dog shit. The stuff that was so good in the first hour was really, really good. Like, it was good. I mean, Austin stuff that it happened in the first hour was dope. Because he comes in the truck, he stuns, what was it, Phineas, the Godwins, and he takes out Vader. Then he doesn't even let the Goldust and Mankind match even start.
Oh, that's right, Mankind.
Because he stuns them. So, you're right. Like, yeah, there was a lot of bad. But at least for that first hour, good that was there made me forget about the bad. But yeah, that second hour with all the DX stuff definitely dragged a little bit more and was definitely like the bad stuff was more prevalent that second hour. So that definitely drags down the score. It's funny. Before Luis went on his tirade on how terrible the show had segment, I was more in line with Angelo to give us like an 8. But now that I'm really reflecting on the show, it probably really was more like a 5, to be honest.
Yeah.
It really wasn't that good of a show. But, I mean, the stuff that was good was grade A USDA Prime.
No, and that's good. It's good, but like I said,
the bad was absolute dog shit.
You want to forget the bad because the other stuff was so good. I just couldn't do that. Like, I was
the first half. Obviously, I forgot it. The second half, I can't let the bad stuff that happened in the second half go over.
Remember, you're watching this live as a teenager, most likely, if you're listening to this show, right? So what are you doing? During some of the crappy matches, you get a chance to relax. You don't have to pay attention. You can have a conversation. You can go to the bathroom. You can have a drink. You can just kind of chill. Like, it becomes part of the ambient, noise of your room. And then once Austin comes out, it's like, oh, fuck, here we go, baby. Here we go. Let's see what we got.
My issue. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And I was just going to say, that's okay for me because even like Breaking Bad has scenes that are just boring. And even though it builds up, it's okay, that scene was kind of boring. Or it didn't.
Shut your whore mouth, sir. Whore mouth. You do not talk about the second greatest television show of all time.
It's the first greatest. Get that right.
Better Call Saul's better.
Well, okay, we'll get into this argument later.
One thing I want to mention, like about what you said about, hey, you could do stuff during it. I wasn't watching these live. I was watching them pre-tape because back in, I think I was like 13 or 14 years old when these were airing.
You were fast forwarding through all the crap.
Well, I was. No, I didn't because I wanted to get as much content as possible because I didn't know if they were going to throw in something important because the announcers would often talk about upcoming matches, upcoming promos, and stuff that you want to hear. So I had to sit through this crap. But it wasn't until February of 1999 that my parents got satellite and that we got the shows 3 hours early. Because before, I would have to go to bed at a curfew. I had to go to bed at 8 o'clock. So Raw started at 9. So I tried to sneak it.
As a teenager, you had to go to bed at 8 o'clock?
9 o'clock, actually.
9 o'clock,
That's right when Raw started.
Right when Raw started. And one time I tried to sneak it and I put a towel underneath my door so my dad didn't see the light, and I
He
think
was
he could
pissed.
hear it, and he opened it up. He was pretty pissed, like. And I never did that. I couldn't do it again. I'm like, and I got caught because like he'd take the TV away, and then I couldn't watch wrestling at all. So in '99 is when I was able to. I think me and my brother would watch it together all the time. Like, oh yeah, let's come on, let's watch it. And I would stop recording them because I didn't need to because I could just watch it live.
Yeah.
But no, I mean it was an okay show. There was some really really good moments on it though that would make me hyped for, which is fine. But like overall, I'd say the show was pretty crappy. Like wasn't super great.
Yeah. No, I'd say it's mediocre, middle of the road. There was very good, and there was very bad.
They're doing my boy Mero dirty as we go along. Like he's getting less time and stuff, and I can see the fucking train derailing really quick. And I know at WrestleMania it comes to the head in the worst way, but like either way, like I enjoyed the Mero ride as far as we got it. All right, guys.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought that Mark Mero
we'd be marking
the
for Mark
character that
Mero.
we're most entertained by?
I think it was the DX pay-per-view that kind of sold it for us. The way he.
Oh yeah, that match with Butterbean.
Yeah.
That match. Oh, that was a good match. I'd go back and watch it again.
It was really good. It was entertaining as shit.
It
So.
was.
All right, next week, guys, the Royal Rumble, our first one of the show. We're going to get through 4 of these, so drink it in, boys. It's going to be good.
Long.
Yeah, next week is the Rumble, guys. So this is the
Brace
show that you
yourself.
want to turn into.
Big show next time, guys. So bring a couple of extra cans. Hopefully, we'll bring Weasel back for you guys. We really miss him, and we want to bring him back for the pay-per-view. So any closing thoughts before we
miss
sign
his
off?
Off-the-wall comments for sure.
Oh, God.
Closing thoughts are: I can't wait for Rumble next week. It's going to be a great show.
Brett?
Yeah, I love Rumbles. They're the best. They're just the best.
Yep, I can't. I love the entrances, the music hitting, and the waiting in the wings, and it's like the perfect blend of like spot fest and action and everything. And then, well, there's some times where it's just like, they're just kicky punchy in the corner waiting for the next thing to happen. But it's still the best match in professional wrestling history, and I'm very excited for this one because I think it's the best one we get of the Attitude Era. All right, guys, that's it we have for your show today, the Dudes with Attitude podcast. You guys want to email us, send us some questions, ask on the air as we go through some of these jobber matches. Oh, yeah, the jobber match. Don't forget about that shit.
It was a jobber match.
It was a jobber match. Yeah, ask us dudeswithattitudepodcast@gmail.com. We're signing off. I am the good Dr. Legend for the magnificent Brett Evers.
Ow!
And the supreme submission machine, Angelo.
Raza, 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 rah.
I am the good Dr. Legend signing off. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next time.